no threat of losing his job. He has a very live arm,
game one,
to borrow a quarterback cliche. Very good runner as well. Scrambled a bunch. Little slights, like he's not the biggest quarterback, most imposing guy. Like if you met Justin Fields, you'd be like, is this guy play linebacker or is he play quarterback, right? Zach Wilson's not huge like that, so maybe the Jets are a little bit more protective of like designed runs than some of these quarterbacks with sort of better body armor. They're like Josh Allen, Cam Newton types. Not a great group of pass catchers, solid. Much better than where it was last year, but nothing that you're going to say to yourself like, wow, this is clearly, this is not like Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So interesting prospect, probably a year at minimum away from being a guy that we're counting on in fantasy.
But a guy that at least based on college, not scared to chuck it deep, has a strong arm, and I think he will be. So I think it's great that he'll be starting from game one. I think he will be a fantasy asset sooner rather than later, but probably not this year. If there's a positive, it's that we don't think the Jets defense is going to be pretty good, so they might be getting into some shootouts. And I think Zach Wilson will be good enough that to the extent you want to invest in any Jets pass catchers or any pass part of the Jets offense, that he's going to be able to get the ball to those guys.
So, go ahead, Daniel.
Well, we do have to move on, but I want to ask a real quick question. Just from a dynasty perspective, redraft Zach Wilson. Are you drafting him this year?
No.
Redraft? No. So for Dynasty, you've got all these other rookies that were taking him around him in different situations. Is Zach Wilson the lowest rated of that top tier of quarterback rookies, even in Dynasty for you, or does he rank above potentially Mac Jones?
I've got him
Justin Fields. You've got him 5?
I got him 5. I don't think anybody's going to argue with Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and Trey Lance going ahead of him because Trevor Lawrence is Trevor Lawrence, and the other two are potentially dynamic with their legs as well, and also very potent with their arms. And I'm going to go with Mac only because there's a chance that Mac takes the job relatively early and I'm sorry, Jets fans. Fault me for having more organizational belief in the Patriots and what they've done versus what the Jets have done, where we've seen this story before where a quarterback looks promising and then 3 years later he's playing for the Panthers.
Yeah, exactly. And also just a belief also in Josh McDaniels.
Sure,
Josh McDaniels is as good an offensive mind as there is in football.
And one thing that I talked about, and we're not going to make this an NFL draft podcast, but I talked about this during the pre-draft process, especially when Mac Jones was being rumored as going number 3 overall, and then it was all of a sudden it became almost taboo to have affinity for Mac Jones. I'm like, you don't understand. These are 5 amazing quarterback prospects.
Right.
None of them is a complete waste of space. They're all incredible. Someone's going to have to go 5th out of these 5, and that's still a really good player. And I still think that all 5 of them have a chance to be stars in the NFL.
Right. All 5 of them went in the first round. All 5 went in the first 15 picks.
Right. These are guys.
One of the first 3 picks in the NFL draft was was a quarterback.
We thought there was a chance that 5 could have gone in the first 8 picks at one point. We were talking about I think the floor for Mac Jones probably the Panthers at number 8, right? Yeah. So things change fast in the NFL, but I think for now I have him 5th. But that's not. I don't want to make that seem like a huge indictment of him.
Yeah, and also by the way, and we both said this after the draft. We thought the Jets did a good job. I think we are both Joe Douglas fans. We think the Jets are headed in the right direction. Long way to go, but they are. If you are a Jets fan, I think you have cause for optimism.
I agree on that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.